I'm sure he'll be wilding out any day now.
Sure, I mean, I really don't know. He doesn't talk to me.
Well, can you blame him?
Yeah, actually, I can.
And why is that?
Because I told him the truth. I told him what it was. I told him I wouldn't do it again. I think we all just need to move on.
And if that's what you think, you're in for a rude awakening.
Man, I don't know, guys. Bryce, he's being more optimistic than I would in that situation if I were him. But, at this point, he made it clear that he he just thinks everybody should move on from the situation. Now, granted, yeah, he did tell Zach that he wouldn't try anything with him again like he did last season. But it isn't up to him to decide when everybody should just get over it. I mean, yeah, he spoke his truth and whatnot, but keep in mind, he's ignoring the fact that he violated Zach's personal space, his trust, and completely allowed himself to focus more on how he felt towards Zach as opposed to how Zach felt towards him. And prior to Bryce making a move on Zach, he literally said, hey, look, I ain't into, the same sex. I like women. Women, not men, women. All right? I ain't into the rod. I'm into the kitty cat. All right? Got that? But despite that, Bryce still made a move on him. So yeah, Zach has every right to be upset. So for Bryce to just say, hey, he should just get over it. I feel like that's incredibly insensitive, Now, don't get me wrong, what was it, earlier in the season when he called Zach, like, why are you acting like an asshole? And it's like, bro, you need to calm your ass down. But, him casually coming into the office to talk business, that's one thing. But in terms of not allowing Zach the breathing room he needs to kind of process things like Fatima and figure out what his next move is going to be, I feel like that's messed up. Because what he did, yeah, that's a big deal. I don't care what you say. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. You think that Zach will come around? Obviously, we know we do based off the events in Sistas. But yeah, it's just that Bryce needs to realize that, hey, just because you've made it known to everyone what you're into, that doesn't mean that the person who was on the receiving end of your advances is supposed to just get over it. I mean, that's the same as like a woman, let's say, if one of her male coworkers tried to make a move on her and she rejected his advances, yet these two are like working on a big project for the company they're working on. Now imagine if the guy like a day or two later is like, okay, yeah, it's been long enough. You need to get over it because we have this project to do. Society would shun this man. So Bryce just needs to realize that what you did was a very big deal. It's not like Zach is confused about his sexuality. He's secure in who he is. But it's not just the fact that Bryce came at him the way he did. Yeah, Zach is like, he just doesn't know what to think of Bryce because aside from what he's into, it's just that Bryce just didn't respect him enough to not make a move on him because he said, as I mentioned before, he's not into men. So, yeah, Bryce just needs to chill with his whole get over it thing and realize that, yeah, maybe you're the one that needs to take a chill pill, recognize the situation, and wait for things to play out. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you in the next one.